chemical reactions don't always give you what you want. They don't always give you what you expect. So we normally calculate what's called a percent yield. And a percent yield is really just a reflection that you never really get what you expect to get. So you might expect to get, say, your first job, $50,000 a year, but when you add up actually what you bring home, it's probably less than that because you get taxed. So we always calculate this, what we call percent yield, which is what you actually get, the so-called actual yield. So that's your take-home pay maybe over what you should have got, which is kind of like your gross pay. And in chemistry, we call this our theoretical yield. So that is actually just a fraction. And if we multiply it by 100, we change it into a percent. So in our last problem, right, we predicted a theoretical yield of iron. And the theoretical yield of iron, I think, was 318 grams from our blast furnace. And maybe in reality, our actual yield, what we actually get when we run the reaction, is maybe only 271 grams of iron. I'm not sure if that's actually typical or not, but we can go ahead and we can work with that. And we can find the percent yield. What we got, okay, compared to what we should have got, is just the smaller amount. We normally always get less than we expect, just like taxes normally give us less take-home money than we are supposed to bring home. And we divide it by what we were supposed to get, and I guess the grams of iron doesn't really matter. But that's a fraction, so we have to times by 100 to make a percent. And I get a grand total percent of 85.2%. So that's really not too bad at all. So if you only took 85.2% of your take-home pay, that's not bad actually for some tax brackets. So we only take home 85.2 grams of iron for every 100 we thought we were going to get. Some reactions, it's close to quantitative, 100%. Some reactions, I've run reactions where I've gotten 5% yield. I just have to basically do 20 times as much as I wanted to. So such is life. So life, death, taxes, that's all we're guaranteed. Oh, and one more last thing. By the way, that is the end of the chapter. So we made it. Congratulations. That's 1 week of online lectures done.